Swami is my Guru, Guide, and God. By Mrs. Urvi Vidhani. Professor Kasturi, the biographer of Swami, once said that every devotee's experience is an unwritten book. I will share a few pages from the book of my life's journey and tell you how Swami has shaped my life. I will now turn to a page in my life in 1999 when I attended the Second World Youth Conference in Prashanti Nilayam. Of the many spiritual pearls Swami gave us in his discourses during the conference, a key recurring point Swami made that struck a chord within me and transformed my life was his emphasis on selfless service, seva, and sacrifice. Swami highlighted service as an essential means for one's transformation. I was inspired and determined to move forward and follow Swami's advice. Miraculous experiences in medical camps. Swami already had a master plan for my life. When I returned to the United Kingdom, I was given the opportunity by the Sri Satya Sai organization of the UK to help coordinate international medical camps in different corners of the world, including Kenya, Malawi, Sri Lanka, Russia, and India, among others. During the planning phase and while conducting medical camps, Swami showed his omnipresence in different ways, which helped me internalize some of his precious teachings. During a trip to Russia, the UK medical team had significant excess luggage containing medical items for the camp, and this was a cause for concern. We were unsure if this luggage would be allowed into the country without difficulty. Therefore, we silently chanted the Gayatri Mantra as we approached the airport check-in counter. When it was our turn to weigh the luggage, something unbelievable happened. Suddenly, the weighing scales at all the counters of that airline went out of order, and all our baggage was accepted without any questions. This was proof of Swami's words, "Why fear when I am here? And you do my work, and I will take care of yours." During one medical camp in Kenya, I saw a patient at a distance and had this sudden urge to give him a packet of holy ash, vibhuti. I asked the patient to place the vibhuti under his pillow and sleep. The following day he came rushing over to me with an excited tone and said, Madam, for the past 14 years, I have suffered from nightmares and disturbed sleep. But last night was different. I slept well and had no nightmares. It is God's miracle. I request you to give me one more packet of this holy ash for my daughter, who also suffers from the same problem. I realized that when we immerse ourselves in seva and become instruments in His hands, He will work through us. I don't know what made me give the vibhuti packet to this man. I believe Swami reached out to him to relieve his suffering. This incident made me realize that Swami will never let his devotees down wherever they may be. Also, when we unconditionally accept any opportunity for serving others, Swami will work through us and reinforce the faith in Him for both the person serving and the person receiving the seva. Swami has laid out a simple guideline for this: love all, serve all. Such events deepened my understanding of Swami's teachings and increased my faith in Him. Participating in seva activities not only increased my faith in Swami and my love for others but also had an added benefit. I noticed that I had developed essential management and leadership skills, which were crucial for my professional life as an investment banker. Let me now turn the page to Swami in my professional life. Swami guides my professional life. Swami has always shown His presence and guided me in my professional life in addition to my service activities. The corporate and banking world is a challenging work environment, and our moral ethical principles are at risk of being compromised. However, Swami took care of things for me. He gave me the right work ethic, taught me human values, and gave me the ability to work sincerely with a spirit of sacrifice. Therefore, despite all the challenges of the corporate world, Swami guided me to stay on the dharmic path, and he took care of the results. At this point, I recollect a beautiful incident. During one of the interviews Swami gave in Prashanti Nilayam to the UK Youth and Medical Group, I sat by Swami's lotus feet in the Bhajan Mandir, looking into his beautiful eyes. A young person asked Swami how to deal with stress in the workplace. Swami promptly responded that the solution is to consider work as worship. This declaration made a profound impact on me. I now consider any work or task given to me as a directive from Swami. In my profession, I try to understand the client's needs and make my best effort based on the client's needs and not my convenience. However, I always try to ask if this was the right thing to do or not, as I consider myself answerable to Swami. Swami gives promotion. Swami has helped me tremendously in the workplace. Through his grace alone, I successfully survived 3 corporate mergers in my work tenure when hundreds of people lost their jobs. Swami can make the impossible possible. When pay cuts were the norm in an environment of downsizing, I received a promotion. Again, these events reinforced my faith that Swami protects and takes care of our personal needs when we are immersed in his work and consider work as worship. I have experienced Swami's guidance while working on important projects as well. When the 9/11 terrorist strike happened, I was working in New York. My seniors asked me to prepare a paper for the aerospace and defense sector with a same-day deadline. I found the task quite difficult, given the airline industry just faced a significant risk incident. I didn't know where to start. I then closed my eyes and prayed to Swami to guide me and show me how this should be handled. Lo and behold, within a few minutes, I received a phone call from someone I did not expect, and that person wanted to discuss the very same topic with me. This discussion helped me start drafting my paper and better understand the content. Hence, I could complete the task as scheduled due to Swami's grace. Similarly, there have been other times when I faced challenging situations, and Swami has helped me make the correct decision. Swami is always with me whenever I am traveling on business trips. Swami reminds me that he is with me. He manifests in one way or the other. During one of my work travels to Vietnam, after a site visit to a power plant that my bank had financed, my client and I were returning to Ho Chi Minh City. As we approached the city, I asked my client if there were any temples nearby, and he said there was one next to his office, where he dropped me off. As I entered the temple, I saw a huge picture of our beloved Swami in his blessing, Abhyahasta, pose, to my astonishment. With tears of joy, I thanked Swami for being my eternal companion in all my travels. There was another time when I had to travel to Pakistan for work. My flight was delayed, and I eventually got to the hotel late at night. Usually, when I reach any hotel, I set up a small altar in my room with Swami's picture. I then realized something was not working in the room, so I called the hotel maintenance for assistance. A middle-aged Muslim man came to help out, and his eyes fell on the altar, and he asked, "You know Satya Sai Baba?" I said, "Yes, how do you know him?" The Muslim man said that he was originally from Anantapur, Andhra Pradesh. Although we know Swami is omnipresent, Such incidences reinforced my faith and conviction that Swami is always with me. Swami has guarded and guided my growth both in my spiritual and professional life. He is my divine mother, and he continues to write the book of my life. I offer my gratitude to Mother Sai for everything that I am today. Swami has showered me with the love of countless mothers, the protection of a father, the support of a friend, and the guidance of a guru. Dearest Mother Sai, I pray to you to make me an instrument to work in your divine mission. Mrs. Urvi Vidhani.